Hello, Web3 TV friends. My name is Ornella Hernandez, and today we are live from the Sustainable Tech and Impact Investing Summit hosted by Carter Capital in Dubai. I am here with Brad, who is the CEO of Icon Capital Reserve. How are you today?
I'm doing fabulous, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Fabulous, love it. So tell me, what do you think about this event so far? Why did you come out today?
Well, I was fortunate enough to meet with Gustavo and his team, and he was articulating for me some of the ideas and concepts that they were pursuing around sustainability and dealing with some of the environmental challenges.
Yes. Gustavo Montero is the president of Carter Capital.
Yes, yes. The organizers of this. And we've been discussing some opportunities that would allow us to pursue some synergies between what they're doing and what we're doing, which is gold-backed currency. So,
okay, all right. Talk to me a little bit more about that and
we're actually
how that industry's going.
We're engaged in signerage, which is the creation of money. And so we've created over the last decade a token called Oriel, AU Real, as the name implies. AU is the atomic symbol for gold. Real is real things or real gold, real money.
Oriel, got it.
And over the last decade, we've basically created an alternative financial system that allows us to clear and settle transactions anywhere in the world in any quantum of value in less than 1 second. And we create an irrevocable record that is registered on distributed ledgers that can be viewed by anybody. And we can basically transact as somewhat of an alternative to a unipolar or a US dollar settlement system.
Okay, so you aid in helping and buying digital gold, correct?
Yes.
Now, is this different or distinct from tokenized gold?
It actually is tokenized gold. So we refer to our Oriel as a token. It's a token that's fully backed by physical gold.
Okay, I see. And so why is that? Why do we need that? Why is buying digital gold better than physical gold?
Yeah, well, it's a very good question. What we've evolved into is most of the monetary complex financial systems run a trend of about 30 or 40 years. And we always start with asset base, usually gold, and we add debt and we rehypothecate. So now we're in a system that's been here almost 50 years based on US dollar settlement.
Yeah.
And the US dollar is basically described as fiat, which means it's not backed by anything. So as we get to the end of that cycle and all of this debt, which really the dollars in IOU needs to be written off or repaid, we then get into an era where we start over with gold and begin to rebuild.
Okay, I see. So does that mean that, let's say I were to buy an Oriel, it is physically backed? Like, do I have...
Right.
I don't know, a serial number for the bar? What's my credit risk? Like, how does that work?
Well, what we do is we work with vaults around the world. So if you think of places like Shanghai, Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai here, and in Switzerland, our partners operate a former military facility inside a mountain in Switzerland.
Wow.
Private airstrip, very James Bond.
Yeah.
So when the gold goes in the vault, we get what's called a safekeeping receipt, which interestingly has never been deemed to be a security anywhere, but it's a bearer bond. And so these vaults are fully insured by Lloyd's of London, but they operate outside the banking system. So we deposit gold, we get the SKR, and what we do is we take the metadata from the SKR and we embed it into a digital reserve currency that we call Sintamani.
Okay.
That's a Sanskrit word. It means turning thought energy into gold. A lot of information. I know it's a bit of a fire hose. Sintamanis get registered on a distributed ledger, and the ledger we use is Hedera, which is the fastest and the cheapest.
Why Hedera?
It's very fast, it's very efficient, and we can clear and settle 10,000 transactions per second at a cost of about 1/1000th penny. So it's sort of state-of-the-art, cutting edge.
All right.
When we register our reserve currency, effectively we create a direct one-to-one relationship with the physical. So we've created a physical gold backing.
Okay.
The second thing that happens when that Sintamani is locked is it releases 1,000 Oriels. Now the Oriels circulate like money. Each one is a 1 gram weight and measure. So I can now send 100 million worth of Oriels from my phone in my pocket to your phone. I know you'd like to try this in real time.
We can do it later, yeah.
But we can also do that between here and Mumbai or Moscow or Montreal or Sao Paulo. Those transactions will clear and settle and be irrevocably registered in less than 1 second.
Okay.
All without going through a bank.
So I can be not worried that my investments are safe?
It's fully encrypted. It's fully encrypted, and we actually use digital wallets as kind of a swift safety deposit box. And these are also insured, so we have a wrapper of insurance, a surety around the wallet. So you have gold-backed money that's backed by physical gold in the vault, and you have an ability to store that, transact it, or wrap it around other value, which is what we're talking about, as I alluded to when we started. Things like lithium, things like commodities, where we can now price those commodities in Orioles, which means we have a gold backing.
So all types of metals.
Anything, any set of cash flows.
I see.
Any set of cash flows or any asset, we can price in Orioles.
Okay, and so where does your interest lie in today's theme of sustainable tech and impact investing?
Well, we're looking at more efficient ways to monetize resources. And we also have interesting tech, satellite tech, where we can go 8 kilometers deep into the Earth's crust. And we use resonance to basically build a 3D model of the underlying resources. So we can be much more efficient about how we extract those resources, because we're not randomly drilling all over the place. The other thing is we've just done a deal with an East African country where we've established an exclusive gold refinery license, and we bought part of their development bank.
Which company? Which country?
I can't say yet. It hasn't been announced, but it was a deal we just put together recently. And the idea is investors in infrastructure, so you think of roads, railways, airports, can allocate their infrastructure funds into a Swiss fund that we've also created that trades like a security. It's fully gold backed, 0% load, 0% management fee. So you can effectively short your euros, short your dollars, go long gold. The average rate of return on gold is 8% per year. So on that trade, you sort of de-risked. We do correspondent banking to move the funds into the country. We then price the investments in Orioles and use the fund as liquidity in this virtuous circle that allows you to invest very efficiently, very effectively, creating essentially a digital ledger record.
Right.
So there's no worry that, this money's just going to fall into a black hole somewhere.
Exactly.
Which is, in the emerging markets, it's a big concern. You know, what happens to the money? So we create effectively a digital trail every step of the way.
Okay.
And we create instant liquidity for the entire investment virtuous circle. So
all right. Well, I'm going to look into that more. I'd love to get into it. Thank you so much for your time today, Brad.
Yeah, my pleasure. It was great to chat with you, and enjoy the rest of the show. And I'm going to go in and catch the presentation on lithium right now.
Yes, likewise. I'll let you get back to it. Right. And everyone, please stay tuned for the rest of the interviews coming up at the Sustainable Tech and Impact Investing Summit today.
Thank you.